Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a brand new pick a pile for you guys today. And today we are asking the question, are they the one? So whoever you're thinking of right now, this could be someone you're crushing on, it could be someone that you're currently dating, whatever the case may be, whatever the connection is, just whoever is currently on your mind, whoever you came here asking about for this video, we're going to investigate and find out if they could possibly be the one. So we have 4 different groups to pick from and 4 different nail polish colors. And the reason why I went with nail polish colors today is because my nails are very bare and not done today, and I do plan on doing them later on. So I was like, hey, as long as I'm looking through my colors, that could be an interesting thing to choose from for a pick a pile. So all 4 of these colors are from the brand Essie, and they're all like a summery pastel kind of a color because I like using pastel light colors during the summer, and it is still August. It's the end of August, so we're still in summertime. So for pile 1, we have this tan looking color of nail polish here by Essie. And the name of it is Topless and Barefoot. So it's kind of like this beachy vibe. So if you guys like topless and barefoot, that's pile 1. Pile 2 is this light pink color. It's like a baby pink. Very pretty. And this one is called French Affair. So maybe if you like France, if you like French things or whatever in the color pink, this is pile 2. Pile 3 is a baby blue color. This pretty baby blue. And it is called Borrowed and Blue. So it's very much ready for a wedding. So maybe this is the one. But yeah, so this one's Borrowed and Blue for pile number 3. And pile number 4 is this lilac, very light purple kind of color. It's very pretty. And it is called St. Lucia Lilac. So we've got a little bit of France, a little bit of St. Lucia going on here. So this one's pile 4. So choose your nail polish color. Maybe this would be the color that you would want to do your nails. I don't know. But pick, I guess, the color that resonates with you the most. And we're going to get started here with pile number 1, our tan group, the topless and barefoot group. And timestamps are down below for the rest of you guys. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this tan color nail polish, topless and barefoot, then this is going to be the reading for you. And we're going to find out if they are the one. All right. We're going to start things off here with What's Brewin'? Spillin' the Beans by Fire Witch Tarot. We're going to spill the beans on whether this person is the one or not. We have Caution. Recording, announcement, expression, revealing. Nail salon, venting, talking about your issues, which is kind of funny because we're picking nail polish colors, and family time. From Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away, you guys have, Thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. Mark 12:30. From Journey of Love by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, we have, I swear it's true. Truth. You're the one, love. Well, maybe that's the confirmation we need right there. I can't wait to dance with you into eternity, union. And from Journey of Love 2, also by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, we have, you excite me in ways I never knew existed. Pleasure. I know we can do it. Wholeness. And completion. We will always be one. Okay. So I'm going to say right off the bat here, I do feel like this person that you're asking about is probably the one. Starting right here, this makes it pretty obvious right here. It says you're the one. So I feel like this person knows that you're the one for them, which means if you're the one for them, then they're the one for you. So they definitely feel that way about you. However, there definitely seems to be a little bit of things that need to be worked out before you guys can come in together and be one, because we do have caution here. And I feel like caution is basically just saying that you guys aren't fully there yet, that you're not fully ready. Kind of like a proceed with caution kind of thing. You guys don't have the red light, but you don't have the green light either. You guys have the yellow light. So you're kind of like in this tricky in-between time. Yeah, but I do feel like there's something that needs to be gotten off of somebody's chest here, because we have nail salon, venting, talking about your issues, recording, announcement, expression, revealing, and I swear it's true, truth. So I feel like your person probably has something that they want to say to you. Maybe in the past they really haven't, put forth their authentic and true self. In the past they may have been wearing a mask with you. Maybe they kind of presented it to you as if, they really didn't care. They really weren't that interested. They really weren't ready for a commitment. Any of those kinds of things where they just really weren't ready to take it to that level. But, I don't feel like they were honest with you about that. I feel like they do want that because they feel like there's this true bond, this true connection between the two of you. And, if you look at the girl's hand, that's her left hand, and she's wearing the ring on her ring finger, the engagement ring. So, it looks like to me like this couple has made a commitment, and I feel like that's a representation here of you and your person making that commitment. That yes, you guys are connected. You do have that kind of bond between one another. So yeah, but I feel like this person hasn't been honest about the degree of care that they have for you, I guess, which is why I feel like for right now, maybe they're just kind of like venting and talking about this issue with friends, even family, that kind of thing. But, they're talking to the wrong people. The person that they really need to talk to is you. They need to, express this. They need to express this truth and get it out in the open and tell you. And I feel like, that's why you guys kind of have the caution thing right now, is there's a lot of unspoken truths, but I don't feel like that it's a negative truth. I don't feel like it's, I lied and I deceived you in like a bad way or anything. I feel like it's more like I lied about, the depth of how I really feel for you, kind of a thing. Like how they feel for you probably scares them, which is why they haven't been completely upfront about it. But they can't wait to dance into eternity with you. Eternity is definitely a, forever kind of connection. It's definitely a you're the one kind of connection. And deep down inside, they may have fears about this, but they know that you guys can do it. Wholeness, and it's like when they're finally able to express how they're really feeling, when they're finally able to give you that truth, is when you guys are going to reach that level of wholeness and union, for that matter. Yeah, and you will always be the one. So, for sure with this card, you will always be the one. You're the one. I swear it's true. It doesn't get more obvious, you guys. This person is definitely the one. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Without a doubt. And the good thing is, I don't feel like there's a lot in the way of you guys getting to that point. There's just a little bit because, like I said, we've got caution here. And I feel like a lot of this is just like truths needing to be expressed to one another. And who knows, this may also be in part on your end too, because maybe with them kind of acting aloof and maybe with them kind of acting like, oh, I don't want to like pursue something long term or committed or, anything like that. You may have started to kind of dumb down your emotions, and you may have watered down how you actually really feel towards them. So it could even be on both sides. Maybe before you were kind of chasing after them and you were being like brutally honest and vulnerable and open, which of course is a beautiful thing to be. But, after them not giving you the response that you wanted, you may have kind of like shut down, even though you still feel that way. So, but I do feel like, if they finally come to you and they announce their truth to you of how they're really feeling, I feel like that'll, trigger you to respond with your emotions being open as well. Like, oh, okay, well, you're finally being honest with me, so now I can be honest with you too, kind of a thing. And with family time here, I take this as a couple of different things. Number one, maybe they're very close with their family, and maybe those are some of the people that they're currently venting to about the situation with you at this time. That could definitely be possible. But whether or not that's the case, I do believe that you guys are going to basically make your own family together. And my voice is like feeling really weird all of a sudden, like I need a drink of water. I constantly need water lately. It's hot over here, so but anyway, yeah, so like I feel that you guys are going to make your own family together once, this truth comes out of what needs to be said. Once you guys, unite as being the one, you have your union, you reach that wholeness, you guys are gonna like make your own family together for sure. Whether that means it's just the two of you, or it involves having children, or maybe you guys will get pets and your pets will be your children. Either way, you're definitely gonna have some family stuff going on. But yeah, I feel like it really does not get any more obvious with this, between cards like you're the one, we will always be one. Eternity and union, wholeness here, like it doesn't get any more obvious than that. And yeah, like you excite this person in ways that they never knew existed. You bring them pleasure. So, there's not just like that emotional and mental connection between the two of you, but there's that sexual connection between the two of you as well. There's obviously passion between you guys. And as for your Jesus card, thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. Like I think as long as you keep doing that, like as long as you keep putting God first in things, the time is going to fly by, and before you know it, this person is going to step up and give you that truth that you've been waiting for all this time. Okay. So we're just going to do a couple of other little things here before I wrap up with you guys. I'm going to take out my pendulum here. I feel like I don't even necessarily need to ask the pendulum this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. We're going to ask the pendulum. Okay, let me get this ready here. All right. For group number 1, is the person that they're asking about for pile 1, are they the one? Sorry if it's quiet for a moment, you guys. The more quiet I am, the more still I can be to make sure I'm not influencing the pendulum. But it is swinging, yes. It's slight, but it is swinging, yes. So yes, the person that you're asking about definitely is the one. So I wanted to pull out the pendulum really quick just to, you know, check in with that, see if there was anything we need to know extra dealing with that. Let's also pull out a few of the paper tray or paper tags here from a paper tag holder just to see if we get any more information on you and your person and them being the one. Any other clues, any other hints to confirm things? Let's see. Okay. We've got spirituality. So chances are your spirituality is pretty important to you. And it's probably been a huge part of your walk and your path dealing with this person. And we got Aquarius. So you or your person could be an Aquarius. We have weeks. So something may be developing between you and your person in a few weeks. Maybe a few weeks from now is going to be when they actually bring that truth bomb and deliver that in your direction. And marriage. Well, you know, once again, if we were wondering if they were the one, they're the one. You guys got the marriage piece. We also have Pisces and children. Oh, so what was I saying about family? You guys are going to create your own family. So if you want to have children, I'm sure that you're going to have children with this person. Or maybe you both already have children, or one of you has children. So, you know, it's like you may be merging families that already exist. And even if children isn't on the radar for you whatsoever with this person, you know, your children may wind up being pets, or it may just simply be like whatever it is that you guys are doing to build your life together. We also have Gemini, so one of you guys could be a Gemini, and Disney. And you know, when I see Disney, that can mean a lot of different things, but in regards to this specific reading, considering we were asking, are they the one? I feel like this is like your fairy tale dream coming true, like your fairy tale Disney princess, happily ever after, Prince Charming coming along, sweeping you off your feet kind of a thing. That yes, you guys have that Disney love, that Disney magic between one another. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty clear and cut message for you guys. I'm really excited for you. So that's super cool. Anyway, if this message resonated for you guys and made sense, I'm super happy for you. Please let me know in the comments down below. If the message does not flow, of course, just let it go. Otherwise, give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you guys know of future videos when they are on their way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this pink, this light pink, baby pink colored nail polish, the French Affair. If you chose French Affair, then this is going to be the reading for you, and we're going to find out if your person is the one. All right, exciting stuff here. Okay, starting with What's Brewin', Spillin' the Beans by Fire Witch Tarot. You guys got Check Yourself, Doing Drugs, Bugaboo, and Fulfilling a Fantasy. All right. Your Loving Words from Jesus card, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. You guys got judge not that you not be judged. Matthew 7:1. Okay. From Journey of Love by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, you guys have I regret letting you go, moving on. Desire, I can still taste you. I've been watching you, jealousy. And from Journey of Love 2 by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, you guys have I'm amazed by your beauty, shocking. Twin flame, you are my other half. And resentment, please don't give up, let me back in. All right, so you guys definitely have a little bit of drama going on in your pile, but that's okay. We're gonna sort through this and get to the bottom of what's going on here, figure out if this person is the one or not. Okay. So it seems like whoever you are dealing with, you guys have definitely had some issues in the past. We have, I regret letting you go, moving on. So it seems like you do have a past with this person, that you're most likely not with this person right now. And, whatever the falling out was, whatever the situation was, the breakup or whatever, somebody let somebody go. I get the feeling that it was probably this person who bailed out on you. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be here asking if this person is the one or not for this reading. So most likely, they probably were the one who let you go. They regret letting you go. And, it's possible that either on their side, they've been moving on because of this, or, maybe you have. Maybe you got sick and tired of the bullshit and the games and the drama, and maybe right now you've currently been busy trying to move on. But despite that, I feel like there's a strong sexual chemistry between you guys, because we have I still taste you, desire, and we also have I'm amazed by your beauty, shocking. So I do feel like there's this strong sexual connection between you guys, a lot of passion, a lot of desire. We also have fulfilling a fantasy. So I feel like when this person is with you, you make a lot of their dreams come true, especially in the bedroom. Like, there's definitely a strong sexual connection here, without a doubt. And that may be like a huge reason as to why it kind of keeps you guys in the loop, and maybe it keeps you guys coming back together and coming back for more, and it's really hard to cut that cord, because that's one of your strongest bonds. That's one of your strongest connections. So yeah, like, this person is very sexually drawn to you. With I've been watching you, jealousy, like I said, with I regret letting you go, moving on, it seems like, this person probably let you go, and maybe you've been moving on. And if you look into the eye of the person here, you have two people kissing. So it's possible that you've been moving on, that you've been, seeing other people. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean that this person is out of your heart or out of your system, or you wouldn't be here at this reading asking about this person. But, it's possible that you've been moving on, and, they've been seeing that, and, they've been filled with a lot of regret because of what they see. And even if you're not moving on, like, maybe you're just, living your best life. You may not even necessarily be seeing somebody else. You could just be living your best life. You could be hanging out with friends. You could be very busy with your career, with your job, and making progress with that, and being happy in your career life and everything. So there could be other ways that you have been thriving in your life. And with however it is that you're thriving, with whatever it is that you're doing, it's making this person feel very left out. like they did something wrong, which obviously something did go wrong, or there wouldn't be this "I regret letting you go" thing. Now, mind you, this could always be flip-flopped, and it could be that, you've been watching them as well. That could be possible. There could be jealousy on your side. There could be jealousy on their side. There could be jealousy on both sides. But, yeah, there's definitely some jealousy going on and that kind of thing. I think before figuring out for sure if this person is really meant for you for the long haul, you do need to check yourself. Even if you are thriving in other areas of your life, that's great and that's good. But at least, especially in conjunction to this connection, you really need to, just like check yourself. And I think that means in a way of like, really do the spiritual work dealing with this connection, really spend some time in prayer, really spend some time in meditation over it, because, you can't really move forward if you're not really going over those things. Bugaboo. All I can think of is that Destiny's Child song. I think there's like a Destiny's Child song, Bugaboo or something. So, the Bugaboo is just such a funny card. Anyways, the Bugaboo, possibly could be like this third party kind of situation here. It could be where some of this jealousy is extenuating, on one or either side. That's for sure. Definitely seems to be issues here. And, with doing drugs, I get the feeling that this could be one of the reasons why you guys may have parted and why you guys may have went separate directions. Because whatever it is that they're doing drug-wise, it doesn't matter if it's like the really hard stuff or not. Like, maybe their addiction was getting a little bit too much in the way of your connection, and maybe it was too much of a problem. So, so that could be a big reason why you guys went your separate ways. And whether it was or wasn't, it's very possible that they could be that there could be an addiction involved here, that they've gotten themselves into in feeling that loss and feeling that regret of letting you go. That could be a coping mechanism that they're currently using. And even if, you're like, well, they don't do drugs, they've never done drugs, like, no, that doesn't apply for me. If it's not drugs, I would just think of whatever an addictive behavior could be, because it doesn't necessarily have to be drugs. I mean, that's what it says on this card, yes, but anything can be an addiction. It could be alcohol, it could be shopping, it could be eating, it could be sex, it could be a lot of different things. There are a lot of different addictions that you can have. And it could even be something that's not as obvious as those physical things. It could be a mental addiction, like having very bad habits, like horrible mind frames, horrible mental strongholds that are not helping you. So, there's a lot of different types of addictions. So this could be taken quite literally in terms of actual drugs. But if it's not actual drugs for your person, if that doesn't fit for your situation, I would, check yourself to really think of where there could be unhealthy, addictive behaviors, either with yourself or with your person, because that's probably affecting why things are kind of messed up right now. And we also have resentment. Please don't give up. Let me back in. Like, this person, it's really sad because, we have "I regret letting you go," moving on. I've been watching you, jealousy. Like, this person has so much remorse in their heart. Like, they really feel really, really bad about whatever has gone on between you guys. And I think that they know that they screwed up. Like, they really do. They may not be coming to you right now to say so, but I do feel like they are feeling that right now, and there's a high probability that they're numbing that pain with whatever this addiction is, whether it's drugs or something else. So yeah, that's really unfortunate. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't necessarily go after this person unless, like, they were able to come to terms with being ready to come to you and say, hey, you know, I'm sorry, I screwed up. You know, they kind of have to get to that place themselves, which it doesn't seem like they're necessarily not there just yet. But I think that what you need to do right now is to not judge them for it. Like, obviously, they have screwed up a lot, and you still may be very mad at them. You may still be very upset with them for whatever it was that went wrong. You know, maybe they cheated. You know, it could be a whole bunch of different things. But I think the best thing to do is to not judge them, and instead to try to look at them through the eyes of, like, how God sees us, because, you know, God knows that we screw up plenty of times, but he's very forgiving. He looks at us through the eyes of unconditional love, through the eyes of grace, and I feel like that's what you really need to do dealing with this person. Because you guys do have twin flame, you are my other half. So, you know, this person is your twin flame. And the thing is, like, your twin flame, yes, they can be the one, but they're not the one when they're in this unhealthy place of getting into addictions, where there's a lot of regret, where there's a lot of resentment, where there's a lot of jealousy. You know, twin flame or not, that's not a healthy situation to be in, and that's definitely not, at least in my opinion, those are not the qualities of someone who is the one. They kind of have to transition out of that. They have to morph out of that into something healthier, which is the purpose of a twin flame situation. You know, it takes you out of whatever darkness and whatever yucky stuff you were in, so you can step into the light and step into a much better version of yourself. But, you know, we don't know if that person is ready to do that or when they're going to be ready to do that. So at this point, I feel like it's kind of up in the air. I feel like because they are your twin flame, yes, there is that potential for them to be the one. But with where they're at right now and with where things are currently going right now, I would say they're not the one as of this moment. That there are some things that seriously have to change before they can step into that. So I'm going to pull out my pendulum here, and we're going to ask the pendulum to maybe get a straight up yes or no answer on this. Okay, we're going to ask the pendulum if they're the one. Okay, for pile number 2, the person that we're asking about for pile number 2, their people, are they the one? Don't mind me if I'm quiet. I just don't want to influence the movement of the pendulum, so it's got to do it on its own. Well, you guys, it's kind of moving towards unknown, because, well, I'll show you when I give it another minute. I'm going to let it move a little bit for a little longer just to see if it gets stronger, if it does something else. But it's moving towards unknown. And I think that's just because so much of the decision is up in the air right now. It's kind of up to your person to fix themselves. Yeah, it's unknown. It's going to unknown. It's going over here to unknown. So, yeah, because straight up and down would be yes. Straight across horizontally would be no. The opposite direction would be maybe, but it was going towards unknown. So, you guys got unknown. So, I feel like the reason for that is a couple of reasons. For some of you guys, it could turn into a yes, and for some of you guys, it could turn into a no. But I think for most of you, it's really kind of to be determined, because it really depends on you and your person doing some spiritual work and getting to a place where you can improve yourselves to know whether this is going to be a yes or a no. I'm also going to pull out a few paper tags from my little paper tag container here and see if we get any other clues, any other hints that may help us here to figure out if this person is the one or not. All right. So we have job promotion. So maybe you or this person will be getting a job promotion. I don't know if that necessarily makes any sense or applies for you guys. We got job promotion, and we have hot, which is funny because we also have cold. You guys got hot and cold together, so I feel like you are both kind of like hot and cold towards one another in this connection. You know, sometimes you guys are all on and super hot, I think, with that passion and desire and things being super steamy, which is great, but that's not like the building blocks towards a solid foundation between you guys. You need something a little bit more emotionally and spiritually connected there. And that's when things go cold, because you can't really sustain it off of steam. We also have education here, which I think makes sense, because I feel like this is confirmation that you guys are kind of in the school of life right now when it comes to this person, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to your spiritual work. You guys are getting educated up, and I know it may be difficult with where you're at right now, because this was definitely like a challenging read, not in terms of how to read it, but just in terms of like what's happening. It's just, you know, it's not easy for sure, but you guys can get past this. We have the holidays, so maybe things will start to improve and turn around come the holidays. And we have cooking, which is funny because, you know, similar to like education, when I think of cooking, you know, at least if it's not a microwave dinner, if you're, you know, really working on like a really amazing piece of something to eat, a really amazing dinner that's going to take some time and effort, you know, it's not going to be just microwavable. It's not going to be done like that. You know, you're going to have to put the ingredients together. You got to mix it together. You got to put on, you know, the right seasonings and all this other kind of stuff. You got to put it in the oven. It has to sit in the oven for a certain amount of time. You know, it's got to come out of the oven. You put whatever finishing touches on it, and then it's finally ready to go. But it, you know, it doesn't take overnight. You know, it takes like a long time to prepare like a really amazing, impressive meal. So it's like your relationship with this person may be that meal, and right now you guys may be in the oven. You know, you're under the heat. You're under the cooking preparation time and everything. But when you guys are done, there's going to be this beautiful, you know, 7-course meal or whatever it is that you guys are going to be able to enjoy and feast upon together. So, you know, I know being in the oven sucks, but hold on tight. You guys can definitely get through it. So I would say for you guys with Are They the One, it's really kind of up to you. It could go either way. You know, just spend a lot of time in prayer, spend a lot of time with God, and that will definitely help every step of the way, and you'll eventually figure it out. You'll eventually get there, and you'll know if this person is the one or not. And if this person truly is your twin flame, they'll do the work too, and you guys will reconnect and come back together and change that answer into a yes. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope it made sense. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did help, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. And feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of new videos when they are on the way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this baby blue colored nail polish, otherwise known as borrowed in blue, a very wedding-like kind of color, then this is going to be the reading for you. And we're going to find out if your person is the one. Hopefully the nail polish color in itself is a clue, but we'll see. From What's Brewin', Spillin' the Beans by Firewitch Tarot, we are going to spill the beans on whether or not this person is the one. We have sports, game over, fake friends, and attracting. Okay. From Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. You guys got Seek and you shall find, Matthew 7:7. From Journey of Love by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, you guys have I wanted you the moment I saw you, seduction. Karma, what have we done? And nostalgic, I love you. And from Journey of Love 2 by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, you guys have beauty, everything about you is perfect to me. Here and now, I want you back in my life. And intimidated, I'm so nervous around you. Okay, so here is what I see going on with you guys. Okay. So first of all, it seems like whoever you are asking about, you guys probably have a history together, because we have karma here. What have we done? So there's most likely karma in your connection somehow. This could be past life related. And the reason why I say past life is because you guys also have the nostalgic card, I love you. So it's possible that you guys could have had past lives together. But even if that's not the case, you know, you could, and then this could also just be an indication of your history with one another. You know, maybe you guys have known each other since you were really young, but either way, you guys definitely have a past with one another, and I feel like your person, they miss you, you know? They're feeling nostalgic, they're probably reminiscing and mulling over in their head over the good days, the good old days, the good fun times, you know? Maybe when you guys didn't have to worry about adulting and stuff like that, and you guys could just, like, kind of be kids in a sense, and be young and have fun and be in love and stuff like that. But either way, I feel like this person's definitely reminiscing about the good days, but, you know, it seems like there's definitely been some challenges along the way during those ups and downs as well. But they did want you the moment that they saw you, so there's definitely a strong sexual connection within this relationship as well with seduction. So, you know, not only are you guys very well connected emotionally and mentally and spiritually, but you guys definitely connect well physically, which I can also pick up here with attracting. Like, I feel like, you know, you're kind of like this light to them in the darkness, and they're just like the moth to the flame, you know, the moth to the light, just totally driven in by it. So that's definitely how I see it. Like, I look at this card and I look at the light bulb as being the divine feminine, and, you know, all these moths here are the divine masculine, and they're just like, we're coming in for you. So, So yeah, you're this light in their dark world, and I do feel like for this person, they are kind of in a dark place right now, especially with the fact that we've got some karma going on here. But you are this lightness for them that they have. Now what's interesting here is we have intimidated. I'm so nervous around you. So I feel like, this person probably puts you on a pedestal. They may not have any reason to, but they probably put you on a pedestal, and they probably feel that maybe they're not good enough for you. Maybe they feel like you're out of their league, kind of a thing. So even though they clearly want you, they probably don't feel very bold and very confident enough to go after that because they feel undeserving of that. They have a little bit of like a self-worth issue going on here. So I feel like to them, they may feel that this connection is done. They may feel that the game is over. And in some ways, you may feel this way too because nothing is really happening. Even though there definitely seems to be this beautiful connection between you guys, and there definitely seems to be this love between the two of you, it feels as if you both may be feeling like this is over. Not that you want it to be over, but you both probably just assume that it is because you guys aren't like talking to one another right now. So yeah, I really feel like you both feel like the game is over. And one of the reasons why you both may be feeling like that is fake friends that may be around. There could be people around one or both of you who don't want you guys to be happy together. Like, just because you're hanging out with a friend or whatever doesn't mean that they automatically, want you to live your best life and to be doing, the most amazing things and living out your dreams. A lot of people are very insecure. A lot of people can get very jealous. And it's possible that one or both of you may be surrounded with some fake friends, which basically encourage this belief of feeling like this is done. This is not going to happen anymore. Like, walk away from this. This is over. So I feel like there are some unhealthy friends who are wrong that are encouraging this, which is not right. Which doesn't really make them friends at all. Like, they're not really looking out for your best interest. They're looking out for theirs. Like, they kind of want to keep you either maybe below them or serving you or serving them for however works for them best in your friendship. And they may see this connection with your person as a hindrance to this. Like I said, this could be on your person's side, and this could be on your side as well. But, here's the thing, though. You guys are wrong. Like, the game is not over here because this person thinks you're beautiful. They think everything about you is perfect. And once again, this could be a part of the issue here with the pedestal thing because, they feel intimidated. And it's kind of funny, even just looking at these cards, they both look very similar. We got like the sunset vibe going on and the ocean out here and, the happy couple. So, yeah. But I think that they do, they put you on that pedestal and they think that you're so beautiful, which is wonderful. But I feel like they don't see that within themselves. They feel very insecure, and one of the reasons why they probably feel insecure are these fake friends, because fake friends are not going to build you up. They're not going to be the people to encourage you and support you and love you. They're going to be the people to make you feel worse about yourself. And that very well could be the karma that's in this connection. And like I said, it could be on one side, it could be on their side, it could be on your side, or it could be on both sides. So, I would really think about, like, at least in your own life and your own situation, when you talk to your friends about what's going on with this situation, do they treat you like a crazy person? Do they tell you that you should just, walk away and give up? Do they say bad things about this person? When you're done talking to your friends, do you leave those conversations feeling peace or feeling like a horrible, nasty feeling in the pit of your stomach? Because if you're leaving conversations and you don't have peace in your heart about it, then, there's something that needs to be examined there. There's something that needs to be addressed. But this person does want you back. Here and now, they do want you back. Who cares if people are trying to convince you guys that the game is over? I feel like you guys just have like jealous friends around you, like jealous, nasty people, which is not good. But the game is not over, and this person wants you back. So you guys should be together. And when I see sports here, I feel like this is a distraction for your person. So your person, maybe he's a guy's guy, maybe he's a bit of a jock, maybe he likes watching his football and basketball and baseball and whatever ball. But maybe he gets really into that. Maybe he likes going outside and playing different sports, maybe it's video games. I know some guys are really into video games too. But either way, I feel like there's something that he uses as like a crutch to distract himself. Not like anything major, like, another relationship or, like a drug addiction or anything like that. But, just kind of like this mental escape, like a mental escape of putting on a game and then, you're just engaged in the game, or playing a video game and then you're into that world of whatever the video game is. So I feel like your person does this a lot as their way to cope, as a coping mechanism, so they don't have to think about what their fake friends have put into their head. And so they don't have to think about, how much they love you and how much they want you. And so they don't actually wind up dealing with these things that they actually need to. But I believe here with your Jesus card of seek and you shall find, I believe that you both need to just, get down on your face and pray, like just seek God, spend some time in prayer, spend some time in meditation, and you guys are going to get the answers. And you're going to be able to get the courage to walk away from the fake friends, from the people who are not helping you, and be able to walk towards one another once again, and boldly be able to do that. And, this person can hopefully step out of feeling so insecure and find their security and strength in knowing that they do deserve you and that they are just as worthy and valuable as you are. So I'm going to pull out the pendulum now, and we're going to ask the pendulum if this is the one for you guys. I feel like they are, just from like what I've taken from this so far, I feel like that they are, but you guys have a few bumps in the road you need to get past first, but we're going to ask the pendulum. Okay, so for pile number 3, is pile number 3's person the one for them? I'm going to be very quiet, you guys, so I can be as still as possible to not influence the pendulum. Yes, you guys got a yes. So it's going back and forth for the yes. Okay. So yes, my suspicions were right. This person is the one for you. But you gotta clean up some of this karma here get rid of some of these fake friends. I don't know who these people are, but I don't like them. I'll be your friend. I'll be your real friend. I support you guys. Okay, I'm going to pull out a couple of paper tags here to see just a few other hints maybe as to what's going on that we need to know. A few other clues on this person being the one for you guys. See what comes out. All right, so we have a yes. Yes, another yes. So you got a yes from the pendulum and a yes from the paper tags here. So this person is the one. The game is not over. And we have pets. So I don't know if you guys have any pets or if your person has any pets, but I feel like, you know, which is funny as I say this, my chihuahua is at my feet right now. But yeah, like if you guys have any pets, they are not fake friends at all. Pets are like the most honest, most true, most loyal companions ever. So even if that means that your pets have to be your friends for the time being, that's totally okay because they are the best possible friends you could ever have. We have Taurus, so you or your person may be a Taurus. And we have technology. So with technology, you know, I think of like keeping in touch via technology, whether that's like FaceTime or social media or texting or whatever the case may be. So, you know, maybe this is a signal here about communication that somebody needs to reach out to somebody through technology, that maybe that's a way you guys need to start things off here. We have marriage, which is just another verification, you guys. This person is the one. Do not give up. Do not, do not, do not. And we have weeks. So something may be transforming and changing for the better, I feel, with this connection in the upcoming few weeks. So that is very exciting, you guys. I'm very happy for you that this person is definitely the one for you. I know you have a few things you got to push through before you guys can reach that happily ever after, but I believe in you. I know you can do it. I am not your fake friend. I believe in you. I believe in your person. So, yeah, just seek and you shall find. Seek God in this and you will find your happily ever after. You and your person will reunite and things will be absolutely blissful, blessed, and beautiful. All right, so if this message made sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. But if the message did not flow, of course, just let it go, you guys. But otherwise, please leave this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. And feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys know of future videos when they are on the way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose this light purple color, this lilac, I think that's what it's actually called. It is called St. Lucia Lilac. If you chose this one, then this one is going to be the reading for you to find out if your person is the one. And we're going to start off here with What's Brewing? Spilling the beans. As I burp, I'm sorry about that. I'm just about to burp, like right on camera here in front of all you guys. Anyway, What's Brewing? Spilling the Beans by Fire Witch Tarot. We are going to spill the beans on whether or not this person is the one. We have putting them in their place, trash, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out, spoiled, and nothing, or needing to stay safe, protection. From loving words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. You guys have all things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing you shall receive. Matthew 21:22. from Journey of Love by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, you guys have I'm so cold without you, warmth. Duality, can we kiss and make up? I'm so tired of dancing alone, depression. And from Journey of Love 2 by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, you guys have karmic. This taught us our lessons equals blessings. Soulmate. We've done this before. We will do it again. And comparison. Nobody could ever take your place. Okay, you guys. All right. So here's what I see going on with you. It seems like the person that you're asking about right now, you guys are probably not currently together. You guys may not be on speaking terms. There could have been a fight or something like that going on. Because we have duality, can we kiss and make up? So something definitely went wrong. Otherwise, this person, wouldn't be asking to kiss and make up. So something definitely went wrong, which is funny because we also have putting them in their place. And we have like the wolves fighting, and then we have like the dog and the cat. So kind of like this animal instinct kind of vibe going on. So it seems like whatever happened between you guys, someone was trying to put somebody else in their place. Like there was some kind of fight. It's like this was what happened first. You guys had an argument. Somebody put somebody in their place, and now you guys are separated from one another, but you guys want to make up. So I feel like, whatever happened there, some kind of blow up happened, some blowout happened with that. But I feel like the person that you're asking about, it's left them feeling like you've left them out in the cold. I'm so cold without you, warmth. So, they're definitely feeling left out. And I'm so tired of dancing alone, depression. So they're depressed because they feel like they've been left out in the cold based out of whatever has happened between you guys. So I don't know if that meant that you guys broke up or if this was just a fight and you guys are going to, work it out or whatever, but it definitely seems like this person is very depressed right now. But what you guys are going through, it is a lesson. It could be a karmic related lesson. I'm not saying that this relationship is karmic. I don't believe that this relationship is. But that doesn't mean that you don't have karma in your connection that needs to be resolved, that needs to be worked out. And it seems like whatever happened here with this fight of someone putting the other in their place and then wanting to make up, I feel like that's part of the lesson in this. That's part of the karma that's had to be worked out. But it is a blessing because, it's opening up both of your eyes. It's going to make you both stronger. It's going to make you both better. But for the moment, until you get to the other side of this, it's leaving your person left out in the cold and feeling depressed. Now, it's possible that these could be your emotions as well. You could be feeling like your person left you out in the cold and you may be feeling some depression. There could be some mirroring going on. You both could be feeling this way as of this time. But I do believe that this person is your soulmate. We've done this before. We will do it again. So most likely this person is probably your soulmate or your twin flame, a divine counterpart, some kind of huge connection in your life that you're supposed to have, which is why it comes with so many lessons that we have to learn. And, those lessons turn into blessings. And typically that's what happens with someone who's your soulmate or your twin flame. You know, it's like looking in the mirror and you're able to see every single one of your flaws, and then you have to work those out in a sense, you know? But nobody could ever take your place. Comparison. So, you know, even if you've tried to move on and, you know, find someone else after this falling out, or maybe they've tried to move on and find somebody else, neither one of you are able to find like another relationship that you can truly find your bliss and truly find that peace and that kind of happiness in. So, you know, you both may look at other people and you both may be able to acknowledge when other people are attractive or whatever, but you know, it doesn't matter how cute another guy is. If that guy is not the guy, it just doesn't matter. So I feel like you guys both probably see that a lot in one another. When I see trash, throwing out, getting rid of, tossing out, I feel like this is like the karma that needs to be thrown out. So whatever it was that caused this to happen in the first place, you know, whether it was jealousy or, you know, insecurity, having just like negative mindsets and terrible mental strongholds and that kind of thing, whatever that karma is, that's what needs to be thrown out. That's what needs to go into the trash. What needs to go into the trash is the stuff that's not working, the negativity, anything that's toxic, anything that's an insecurity or jealousy or any of those nasty things. You guys need to throw that out if you guys are going to move forward, and so that way then you can kiss and make up. You can't really kiss and make up while you're still holding on to all this garbage. It doesn't work. Needing to stay safe, protection. So I feel like with protection, you know, maybe one of the reasons why neither one of you are necessarily kissing and making up right now or coming clean to one another about this is one or both of you could be busy protecting yourself. You know, maybe you or your person or both of you just don't want to get into it again. You know, maybe you're scared to get into it again because you're scared there's going to be more of this bickering and fighting and unhealthy arguing and toxic behavior and stuff. So it's possible there could be a lot of boundaries put up at this time, a lot of walls, a lot of protection, and to a certain degree that's okay. Like, it's okay to put up healthy boundaries with somebody, but I feel like with you guys it may be a little bit to the extreme where it's preventing healing to come in, where it's preventing communication to come along, where it's preventing the ability to kiss and make up. And with spoiled, I feel like this isn't going to resonate with everybody who comes to this reading, but I feel like for some of you, this could be some of what the issue could have revolved around. Like, maybe one of the reasons why you and your person got into this argument is, you know, your person may view you as kind of like a spoiled little rich girl or something like that. Like, I look at, you know, this woman sitting on her bed. It looks like she's in maybe a hotel or something, and it's like all this room service, and, you know, she's just very high and mighty and stuff. And I'm not saying that any of you guys are high and mighty or spoiled brats or anything like that, but it could be possible that this is one of the reasons why the fight broke out. Like, you know, maybe you spend a little bit more money than they do, or something like that. But it is possible that somebody in this connection is a little bit more spoiled than the other one, which could be why there could have been this breakout fight. And if that's the case, and, you know, maybe it wasn't you who's the spoiled one, maybe the spoiled one is your person. But whoever is the spoiled person in this connection, I feel like they need to find a little bit of humility, because once again, humility is going to, you know, prevent this whole thing of putting someone in their place. Like, you're going to be too humble to do something like that. That's a negative quality that should be thrown into the trash. And that way then you guys can actually kiss and make up. So yeah, because this person is your soulmate, you guys can work this out, especially if it's just petty bullshit kind of stuff. Like really there are so much bigger things in the world going on right now that you don't need to be bickering over spilt milk kind of things. And spilt milk looks a little bit different to everybody, of course, but if it's something small and trivial, drop it, move on, resolve it, because life is too short to hold on to nonsense, All things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing you shall receive. Matthew 21:22. So if you really do want to resolve this relationship with this person, if you really do want your soulmate back into your life, believe in it and pray, and it can be yours. It can be repaired. Like, I don't think it's anything that's like so drastic and so horrible that you guys cannot get through this. So from what I can tell from the cards, I would say yes, this person is the one. But similar to the previous pile, it was a different situation, but similar to the previous pile, they had a few things they had to work out. You guys have a few things you have to work out, but that doesn't mean that you can't, and that doesn't mean that, they may not be the one. Okay, I'm going to take out the pendulum here. And we're going to ask the pendulum if this person is the one, just to verify. Okay, for pile 4, is pile 4's person the one for them? Now I'm going to try to be as quiet as I can be, you guys, to not influence the direction of the pendulum. We have yes. Yes, you guys. All right, they are your person. They are the one. You guys just have a little bit of stuff to work out. I'm also going to dig into the paper tag dispenser here, our little paper tag holder, and see if we can get any other clues, any other hints from here to find out any other details about you and your person and if they're the one. Okay, we have Capricorn, so you or your person could be a Capricorn. And politics, so that's funny. That could be another reason why you guys have had this fight right now. If you guys are watching this in real time, it is August of 2020, and we are just a few months shy of the election here in the United States. And needless to say, the political atmosphere, to say it's hostile is putting it mildly. It's absolutely crazy. Like, I've never seen it this bad my entire life. And, I see it all the time online. People are arguing Trump versus Biden and all that, and I'm definitely not here to talk about any of that stuff whatsoever, but it's possible that maybe you guys have differing political views. Maybe one of you is Trump, maybe one of you is Biden, and you guys are butting heads, and maybe that's one of the reasons why this is all falling apart. Maybe that's why somebody called somebody spoiled is based off of their political standings and their political beliefs. So that's definitely a possibility. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's trivial. I've literally seen people lose friendships over the past few months over this stuff, which is ridiculous because, the election is going to come and go come November, but is that really worth like risking your friendships over and ending friendships over, unless that friendship was already toxic and already had problems before then. But if not, who cares if someone doesn't have the exact same political belief as you? You can still accept you can still accept and love one another, even if you guys have different beliefs, and even if you guys have different interests and all that other kind of stuff. So anyways, that's my tangent on that. That could be like a whole separate thing. We also have adventure. So I do believe that this person brings you a spirit of adventure when you're around them. And we have summer. It's currently summer right now. It is August. It's late August. It's like the end of summer, but it is summer. So maybe you guys can resolve this right now. We have spirituality. So I believe that this person has been a big part of strengthening your spiritual walk, strengthening your relationship with God and everything. So that's been a huge part of your relationship with them. And we have Aquarius. So one of you guys could be an Aquarius. Anyway, that's what I see going on for you guys and your person. A few little minor bumps on the road, but you guys can definitely resolve this and get through it. And yeah, they are the one. So I hope that this message made sense for you. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did hit home for you, please let me know and leave me a comment down below. Otherwise, please leave this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. And feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys know of new videos when they are coming your way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love.